Just push the button. Watch KVUE News.
This is the Action News Early Report with Ron Oliveda and Kate Kelly, Tim Ross with weather, and Ben Story with sports.
Good evening, I'm Kate Kelly.
And I'm Ron Oliveda.
From 24 Action News. This is the first report with Margie Reedy, Dick Ellis, and the Action News team.
Good afternoon. This is the first report for Wednesday, December 15th. Margie Reedy is still on vacation. In today's news, the nickel-a-gallon gasoline will be thinning.
From KVUE TV, Austin. 24 Action News with Ron Oliveda, Kate Kelly, Ben Story, and Tim Ross.
Good evening, everyone. At the top of today's news, a prison execution.
On 24 Action News, this is the update. With Dick Ellis, Judy Maggio, Hugh Lewis, and Tim Ross.
The Edwards Aquifer is one of the most important natural resources in Central Texas. And attempts to preserve the aquifer resulted in a court battle between Austin and Dripping Springs. Good evening, I'm Judy Maggio.
And I'm Dick Ellis.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's 5 o'clock, and this is First News 24. A northbound train passing through the heart of Austin is a suspected cause of an afternoon brush fire today.
KVUE 24 Action News at 6 is closed captioned for the hearing impaired.
Good afternoon. After more than a week in the hospital and 400 stitches later, a woman who was nearly beaten to death is going home.
Good evening, everyone. Topping our news tonight, a much-needed economic boost for...
Good morning, everyone.
Where the news comes first. This is KVUE 24 News at 6.
Austin is a clean air city.
More faces, less spaces.
And another accident reported southbound Mopac.
And more challenges for Central Texas.
Where the news comes first. This is KVUE 24 News at 10.
I want to tell you that in my heart.
With Judy Maggio and Dick Ellis, Deborah Duncan and Ron Oliveda, meteorologist Troy Kimmel, and Steve Atkinson with sports.
It's right there.
You're watching KVUE 24 News at 5. The once glittering lights are lit in Zilker Park. The Trail of Lights is about to begin. And the drag is lit on Guadalupe as some spirited Texas fans take over the streets.
Good evening, I'm Nikki Jackson. Kim Barnes has the night off.
Next on KVUE 24 News.
It's a battle you'll lose if you come wheel to wheel with a big rig, but it's a battle more Central Texans are facing on our roads.
The governor talks about his close call.
And got skinned up pretty good, but other than that, I feel great.
And find out about a unique program that helps renters realize the American dream.
KVUE 24, where news comes first.
A growing danger on our roads tops tonight's news.
Next on KVUE 24 News.
Tonight, the nation's highest court makes a crucial decision that's a big boost to George Bush's bid for the presidency. Mother Nature hands down a winter storm as an Arctic blast glazes central Texas with ice, and the icy roads prompt pileups and dangerous driving all over town.
KVUE 24, where news comes first.
A surprise late-night decision from the U.S. Supreme Court puts George W. Bush in the driver's seat.
Now, from Austin's news station, this is KVUE News at 5.
Now, Austin at its best. You're watching KVUE News at 5.
A new clue for police on the trail of the Texas escapees. A van they were seen driving is discovered in Colorado Springs.
You're watching KVUE News at 5. Austin at its best. With Olga Campos, Health View reporter Melissa Gale, and Mark Murray's triple Doppler forecast. Now, Austin at its best. You're watching KVUE News at 6.
It's a walk of determination.
You're watching Austin's news station. This is KVUE News at 6 with Kim Barnes, Alona Torok's Doppler Force forecast, and Michael Jenkins Sports. Now, from Austin's news station, this is KVUE News, Nightbeat.
Good evening, I'm Amy Johnston.
From Austin's news station, this is KVUE News Daybreak. Austin's news station. This is Austin's #1 news at 5 with Olga Campos and Tyler Seasworda.
At the state capitol today, Governor Rick Perry signed a new bill into law.
The Jennifer Cave Act toughens penalties for mutilating a body in Texas.
From Austin's news station, this is KVUE News at 5:30.
Good evening.
KVUE News at 6 starts right now.
Criminal indictment. A fired Austin police officer is hit with serious charges that could send him to prison for life. We're live at the Travis County Justice Complex. That's our top story on Austin's news station.
Broadcast in HD. KVUE News Midday starts right now.
Sexual abuse arrest. More details are released today surrounding the arrest in a North Austin motel molestation case.
Plant shooting. A Kentucky town is in shock this midday after a shooting at a plastics plant leaves 6 dead.
Chance for rain. Could the clouds over central Texas bring some rain here? Meteorologist Megan Danahay has a look at just how good the chance is for rain. Thanks so much for tuning in, watching KVUE News Midday. I'm Jason Hill.
And I'm Melissa Gay.
Broadcast in HD. KVUE News at 5 starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Tyler Seasworda.
And I'm Olga Campos. Thanks for joining us.
Broadcast in HD. KVUE News at 6 starts right now.
I don't walk on Stack because it has a lot of traffic.
A woman is killed by a hit-and-run driver while walking in her quiet Northwest Austin neighborhood. Good evening, I'm Christine Haas.
And I'm Tyler Seasworda.
Broadcast in HD. KVUE News Nightbeat starts right now.
The Longhorns take on the Aggies in Austin tonight. We're live with the big game and the atmosphere. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Tyler Seasworda.
KVUE News Nightbeat in high definition starts right now.
The only issue has been too many people on the train, and that's something that we're trying to manage.
In the history books, the first complete what writers are saying and the changes that are going to be made. Allegations of abuse put Pope Benedict XVI and the Catholic Church back in the spotlight. So what are Austin Catholics saying? Then picture yourself on a Mexican beach, the new nonstop service that will take you from Austin to Cancun. Good evening, everyone. I'm Terry Gruca. Tyler Seasworda has the night off. Thanks so much for watching Austin's news station.
KVUE News at 6 starts right now.
Get your tissues ready. Cedar fever is here. What you can do now that the pesky pollen reaches explosive levels.
I'll run on the flu shot. Doctors say the virus is hitting a normally healthy population, so we find out where you're guaranteed to get a shot.
A relative unknown last year, Texas Senator Ted Cruz is now center stage on Capitol Hill. We take a look at how he got there.
Good evening. I'm Tyler C. Swarta.
And I'm Terry Gruca. Thanks for watching Austin's News Leader.
This is KVUE News Daybreak.
Good morning. Today is the last day of the 85th legislature's regular session, while lawmakers could be teetering on a special session.
An Uber and Lyft returning to Austin today, and while some are thrilled, others not so much. So what's happening today at the Capitol as the city gears up for their return?
President Trump on the record about the new Russia investigation revelations into his son-in-law and advisor Jared Kushner. I'm ABC's Kenneth Moden with the latest coming up from Washington.
All right, an update here on the story we've been following for you all morning long. Northbound Mopac near the Wells Branch exit is back open. Police closed it down after a man was hit by a car before 1:30 this morning.
This is KVUE News Midday.
A deliberate. That's what officials are saying about the crash in the Alps. The person on board, they say, took the flight down. Plus,
spring cleanup all over again in Oklahoma. Storms slammed the Sooner State. Meet the quick-thinking woman who may have saved the lives of dozens of children.
Clearing skies, breezy and cooler today. Tracking a chilly night. I'll let you know how low the temperatures go next.
This is KVUE News at 5.
A forgery ring taken down. Their attempt to get away that resulted in a fiery crash in southeast Austin.
One of the highest taxes in Williamson County, getting higher, but the increase isn't because of a tax rate raise.
Flash bombs and tear gas. Violence on the streets of a Missouri town. Now the president is calling for calm and transparency from law enforcement after days of protests. Good evening, everyone. I'm Quita Culpepper.
And I'm Jim Bergamo. Our top story this evening, police take down a forgery ring.
This is KVUE News at 6.
I was eating lunch. I got.
This is KVUE News Nightbeat.
An arrest on camera going viral. Did police go too far, or were they provoked?
I'm broken and hurt, and I'm mad. Why did I have to lose my baby?
A mother's grief as she faces her daughter's killer. Tonight, a chapter closes in the South by Southwest crash. Plus,
after a very short break from the rain, already more showers moving up from the southwest. I'll tell you how much rain to expect by morning.
Good evening. I'm Tyler C. Swarta.
And I'm Terry Gruca.
Right now at 10.
I mean, I just believe in truth, and you can only hide it for so long.
Could the wrong person be in prison? A child sexual assault case reopened by the district attorney.
And we're just trying to do the right thing and take a step back and really look at and evaluate all of the evidence.
What's next for the man serving time, and who police say they're looking at in this case now? The Nightbeat starts right now. After nearly 3 years in prison and facing 22 more, a former high school football star's child sexual assault conviction could be overturned.
Serving justice years after a crime, the help investigators in Central Texas are getting to solve cold cases. After the storm, how people left in the wake of Hurricane Michael are beginning their long journey to recovery. And weekend number 2 of the Austin City Limits Music Festival begins today. And you might just need a jacket this weekend. Details on a cool down headed our way. Good morning to you. Good Friday morning. Thanks for joining us for Daybreak. It's 5 a.m. I'm Brian Mays.
An alert for drivers where 4 credit card skimmers were found in Central Texas. A rare polio-like illness spiking this year, and now a case is reported in Travis County. What parents need to know. Good morning, and the crowds will be back in Austin starting today for the final weekend of the ACL Music Festival. Around 75,000 people are expected to fill Zilker Park each day.
A boy's stepfather tells the heartbreaking story of how his stepson was struck by a car and left for dead. Plus,
a Williamson County community fears for their homes after a cave opens up below. We show you just how large that cave is and what the county plans to do about it.
Violence brings UT profit. They don't even care to stop it.
UT students go on the offense after a professor's violent past comes to light.
And later, the new technology giving millions a blank slate. How lasers are helping people erase their mistakes.
First tonight, the dreary skies are not going anywhere for the time being.
That's a problem. That's a huge problem, huge disparity.
Tonight on KVUE News Nightbeat, an organization goes after Pflugerville ISD for alleged racial bias. What the district is saying about charging more students of color for assault than others.
It's really a trend that you see in every neighborhood.
And gentrification is pushing deep-rooted Austin families out of their homes. How the city got to this point and where it's going from here. But first, votes are still being counted in races across Central Texas tonight. Dozens of seats are going to be filled before the night is up. For full results and real-time updates as they come in, be sure to head over to KVUE.com/elections.